Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I thought I would show you how I am going to set up my plant journal. This is something I've been wanting to do because I am not a bright green thumb. I like plants. I try to maintain healthy plants, but I'm not someone that can just look at the plant and say, oh, that's whatever. I on some plants I can because they're just widely recognized, and on some not so much. I was pulling out my green pen. Um, I struggle with keeping some plants alive because you have to know the soil type. You have to know what are the lights, what's the temperature. You need to know all of that. And it's not something that readily just comes to my mind. So for me to journal it, that's going to help me to keep up. And I want to help these plants thrive, and I want to I want to have more plants. And I can't justify buying more plants if I can't keep these alive. So I'm going to work with these for a couple of months and see how they do. And then I will see about getting more plants. So we're going to go ahead and decorate. So my thought was I want to hang these from the top. And these deco stickers are from Mandy Lynn Plans. And you can pick those up on her shop, which is mandylynnplans.com. And you can use my discount code, which is Wendy10, and that'll save you 10%. That's looking so cute. You can also build up rewards on her site, and if you're using your rewards, you can still use my code. So that's the reason I like using my code. That's what I always try to remember to tell people, that you can still use my code even if you're using your rewards. Now, I really like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to save the greenhouse. I might put it in the middle, actually. Let's see. Let's see how tall these go up. This one looks like, to me, like a monstera. And I've seen plants that look like this, but I don't know what they're called. And let's just finish up this page and put this right in the middle. There we go. So that is going to be the cover of my plant journal. I think it's a good start. Now, the other thing that I want to do, and I need to order some tabs from Amanda that I can I can order some customs, maybe. It depends on the length of the names. That might be a problem. We'll see. But at least if I have a tab on the side, I can flip to each one, because I want to start out with a photo of the plant, and then I want to do the characteristics of that plant. And then I want to leave, after I have that, then I want to do like journal entries, like today's date, but what I see happening and all of that. And then when it's a month past when I took this picture. I want to do another photo of it and then do journal entries. So I want to put about, I guess I need to do at least a page and then 12. So 12 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we will do the next plant. I'm going to just put it there because it's going to flip over. So that'll be the first page. Then 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we can start the next plant. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. And 12. There we go. So that is my intent. So let's see if we can, I think what we're going to do is get the photos down. And I know this one is called, I've got them all down here. This one is called Monstera Adansoni. I don't know how to say that, but it's also known as the Swiss cheese Monstera. So there we go. So we're going to put that here. I will put the date up at the top. Then I will put the name and the characteristics and where it's from and all that here. And then I will give like what kind of light and all of that down below. So let's just get all of these in first. And then this is a Monstera. Deliciosus or split leaf philodendron. And then we have, I think this is called a vein plant. This one is called a Thetonia, also known as the nerve plant or mosaic plant. And this one has 2 shades in there. One's green and then one has the pinkish or reddish color to it. So it looks like 2 separate plants in one pot. Now some of these plants had some issues when I first bought them, but not issues, but you're not going to find a plant that every leaf on it is going to be perfect. And then this one, you can see where the sun got to it here. So this is called a prayer plant. I'm thinking. Yes, it's a calathea. Yeah, a calathea known as a prayer plant. And for those that don't know it, Christopher's girlfriend is a biology major. And so she helps me out a lot, guys. And this is a peperomia, maybe? Peperomia, yeah. Carparata. Emerald ripple is what it's also what its name is. See what this one is. I think this is a golden pothos. I think. No. This one is Dieffenbachia. Dieffenbachia, yeah. There we go. This is a ZZ plant, guys. It takes a lot to really mess up a ZZ plant, which is why I know what it is, because now I have a pothos and I didn't take a picture of it. So, or if I took a picture, I did not print it. And I will add that. Let me just make sure I didn't just lose it in my paper. I did not. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will play some music and I'm just going to fill out each of these pages and let you see that, and I'll speed it up in when I edit it. Okay, guys. So for the Monstera Swiss cheese vine, this is the kind of thing that I am going to list on the pages. I'm not going to, this would take an hour, honestly, if I sit down and do each plant while I'm filming. But I put the name, the Monstera Adansoni. I don't know how to pronounce that. Also known as the Swiss cheese vine, has large heart-shaped leaves that develops holes as the plant ages, making the leaves resemble Swiss cheese. Can be trained to grow up a moss pole. Um, One entry said that you can leave it the way it is and it will just vine out. But most everything that I see says to train it to a moss pole. So I think that's what I'm going to do is order a moss pole. The light needs to be bright but in direct light, which is where I messed up to begin with. And as you can see on some of the leaves, it did get too much direct sunlight. The foliage can burn if exposed to too much direct sun. Water regularly, let the soil dry out, and then moisten thoroughly. Soil grows best in a peat-based potting mix. The temperature, they thrive in high humidity and warm temps, 60 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to get to be 100 here. So the thing is, I'm going to move this plant into more of this shaded area on my deck. So it should be okay. Um, Grows well in a well-lit bathroom free of drafts. So when I bring it in during the winter, I can put it in my bathroom because it is well lit. Fertilizer applied during the growing season, May to September. It did note that most potting soil has fertilizer in it, and so the first season not to fertilize it. So I think that's what I'm going to adhere to. Pest. This one has the pests that um, are associated with this plant the most is a fungus gnat, and it says that they lay eggs in the wet soil. So to keep the that's why you have to let it dry completely between watering. And then they live in the top layer. Those gnats will live in the top layer of the soil in the pot. So that is something for me to keep my eye out on. So that is what I'm going to do. I will be checking my plants today. And so I will do my first entry. Um, Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to wait and do my first entry in May. Um, because we're only a couple of days away, and that will start. I can check them on May 1st, and then every week I will document their progress for the month of May. So, guys, that is my intent, and the next time I come in, I will show you that I did go back and fill those out completely, and I do want to get I do have a golden pothos, and I want to get a photo of it to put in here also. So, um, guys, hey guys, this is future Wendy coming back on to share why I already know that this journal is going to be helpful. I did do the Monstera known as Swiss cheese vine and the Monstera deliciosa. Those are fine outside, it's not a problem. However, the Fitona was okay, the mosaic plant. This is where I noticed an issue. The calathea, or also commonly known as the prayer plant, really wants to be inside. And I put a note, put inside. It likes medium to low light, does not like sun on its leaves, shield from direct light. Average room temperatures between 60 and 80. They do not tolerate below 55. So this plant I moved to the inside. It's no longer on my deck. And then the other one was the peperomia, also known as emerald ripple. It is medium to bright indirect light outdoors in a partially shaded area is best. Now, I could leave this outside, but I can already tell that it's not doing really well out there. So I'm going to move it in, and it does best in warm temperatures and medium to high humidity. Do not expose to temperatures below 65. So I keep my temperature on inside at 70. So I think it's going to do good. Now, it does require medium to bright indirect light, which means I'm going to move it into my office area so that it gets the amount of light that it really needs. So I have done all of them except for my golden pothos. I need to get a photo of it. And as I was doing the ZZ plant, I know it's very plant owner friendly because you can forget about it. But the one thing that I am glad that I read the directions is it says to let the soil dry completely out in between waterings and then water deeply. In fact, it says they tolerate underwater better than overwatering and to only water every few weeks. So I know that about it, and it does not like direct light, so I'm going to move it. As you can see, there's a little corner which is shaded a little bit, but it'll still get not direct light, but indirect light. So I'm going to move that to that corner. So I have been rearranging all of my plants on the deck, and I have brought a couple in. So, guys, I'm excited that I am using this journal, and hopefully I can take better care of my plants. So, guys, until next time, bye-bye.